Welcome to The Explainer. So, here's the thought. What if you could give a warehouse a brain? I know, sounds like sci-fi, right? But today, we're diving into Wata AI, a truly groundbreaking Korean tech company that is literally doing just that. And trust me, they're shaking up the entire world of logistics in the process. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're kicking things off by introducing you to some of the absolute stars of K-Tech, right from the K-INNOSHOW 2025 lineup. Now, think about it. Pretty much every single thing you own has passed through a warehouse. And inside those walls, well, Wata AI is tackling one of the biggest, most complex challenges you can imagine: pure, unadulterated chaos. So let's dig into the problem they're solving. All right, first up, the chaos in the warehouse. Because, look, before you can really get how incredible the solution is, you gotta understand the problem. So let's take a look at the good old-fashioned chaotic warehouse. Okay, just picture the journey of one single package. Now, multiply that by, I don't know, a few million. See the problem? Traditional warehouses, they're running on manual processes, and they are just riddled with these hidden issues. We're talking simple human error, grabbing the wrong thing, putting something on the wrong shelf. Then you've got these huge data black holes where managers have literally no clue in real time what's actually in their own warehouse. All of this leads to so much wasted space, crazy traffic jams for forklifts, and honestly, some pretty serious safety risks. It's a system that's just collapsing under its own weight and costing companies an absolute fortune. And really, the numbers just tell the whole story. Let's look at the before picture. A 5% inventory error rate, that was just accepted, the cost of doing business. And get this, almost half, like 40% of the warehouse space was just wasted. But then you bring in an AI-driven approach. That's the after. Suddenly, those errors, they pretty much vanish, dropping to less than 1%. Space utilization, it skyrockets to over 90%. And the whole operation just gets faster. We're talking 30 to 50% faster. This isn't just a little tweak. It is a complete and total transformation. So, the big question is, how does this magic actually happen? Well, it's time to meet the hero of our story. Let's talk about Wata AI's digital brain. I love their philosophy. It's right here. Intelligent, automated, but simple. And that says it all, doesn't it? The whole idea is that the tech should be super smart and totally automated, but it should never, ever be complicated for the people using it. They build these incredibly powerful solutions on the inside that are just beautifully simple on the outside. Okay, so the absolute core of their tech is something called a digital twin. What is that? Just imagine a perfect, living, breathing 3D copy of the entire warehouse right there on a screen. And I'm not talking about a static floor plan. No, this is a dynamic model. It mirrors every single pallet, every forklift, every person, all in real time. It basically creates one single command center to see and control everything. So how do they build this thing? Well, they fuse together a bunch of really cool tech. You've got 3D LiDAR, the same stuff in self-driving cars, that scans the entire space. That data feeds into something called SLAM, which is a fancy way of saying it creates a perfect virtual map. Then the AI comes in to make sense of it all, while computer vision and tons of little IoT sensors act like the system's eyes and ears. And the glue that holds it all together, that's their control platform, Wata. And the process for giving a warehouse this brain, it's actually super logical when you break it down. Step 1, you scan reality. The LiDAR sensors create this ultra-precise map. Step 2, you build the twin. That digital model gets created and perfectly synced up with the real world. Step 3 is where the AI gets integrated. It starts learning to recognize everything, track on the movement, and analyze the data. And finally, Step 4, automation. The system just takes over. It starts assigning tasks, finding the best routes for everything, and managing all the inventory with, basically flawless precision. All right, so the theory is cool, but let's be honest, results are what really matter. This is where it gets really exciting. Let's put this AI to the test. Okay, get ready for this. The first number, 99.99%. That is the data accuracy of their inventory checks. Let that sink in. It means the system knows where every single item is all the time. Human error? Gone. All those expensive mistakes? A thing of the past. This is the bedrock of perfect efficiency. Next up, 300%. That's the increase in productivity. We're talking about one person being able to do the work of 4 or 5 people. And this is so important. It's not about replacing people. It's about making them superheroes, amplifying what they can do and letting them focus on the really important stuff. And for the final jaw dropper, think about doing a full inventory check. This is a task that used to shut down an entire warehouse for 3 whole days. Now, it can be done in just 4 hours. That's an 85% reduction in time. You're turning days of lost productivity into just a few hours of work. It's insane. And it's not a one-trick pony either. The results are there no matter what kind of warehouse we're talking about. A high-rack warehouse? Boom, 25% more space efficiency. An export warehouse? They took a 5-minute measurement job and got it down to 5 seconds. A food distributor? How about a 306% boost in monthly revenue just by getting organized? I mean, the impact is just undeniable. And you know, when you're putting up numbers like this, people notice, especially the right people. Wata Ai has snagged CES Innovation Awards for 4 years in a row: 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. This isn't just a lucky break or a flash in the pan. This is a real legacy of consistent, world-class innovation. It totally cements them as leaders in this space. Okay, so this tech is clearly a game changer for individual warehouses. But let's zoom out for a second. Let's think bigger. What does this mean for the future of logistics as a whole? Well, for one thing, this isn't just a Korean success story. Wata Ai is already out there on the world stage. They've got projects running in huge logistics hubs like North America, Japan, and Singapore. This is absolutely a global solution because it's built to solve a truly global problem. And that brings us to a really mind-bending question. Wata Ai gave the warehouse a brain, but what if that brain could grow? What if it could extend beyond just those 4 walls? What if every single truck, every ship, every container, and every package in the entire global supply chain moved with this kind of intelligence? Just think about that. The potential for a smarter, more efficient, and more sustainable world, it's absolutely staggering. You know, a success story like Wata Ai doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It's a fantastic example of a much bigger story, all about South Korea's incredible tech champions. A really key part of this whole movement is the support system that's in place. Organizations like the Ministry of SMEs and startups are dedicated to building this amazing ecosystem where companies like Wata Ai can grow and thrive. They're helping launch these K-tech champions onto the world stage. So look, the digital brain for the warehouse, that's just the beginning. The real question is, what comes next? Thanks for joining The Explainer.